Ba-dup, ba-deep, ba-doop, ba-dup, ba-doo. Hello! Everyone who are, if there is, when, if, could ever possibly be. Hello! I am, not prepared. I have been up, since 10 a.m. It is now 1 p.m. I had 3 whole hours to take care of things, but I decided till 30 minutes before the stream, oh, let's set laundry to wash, let's take a shower, let's have breakfast, because I forgot to do that. I didn't even get to do all of that. I have breakfast here. It's a little bowl of instant oatmeal. And normally it's not my policy to eat on stream, but unfortunately, sometimes you do what you gotta do. Enough of that. I'm DoobieZX. This is Elden Ring. Even though I'm DoobieZX, I'm also Fartifico, the fantastic, fanciful, fast and furious fencing fencing fartist. That gets a solid C+. We'll go with that for the intro. Last time I was taking care of cousin who has been taken care of. Unfortunately, that means that now that's all that's left to do is to deal with the rest of Seluvis before I can finally continue with the rest of Rani's questline, because that's the good stuff. Seluvis is the bad stuff. I don't like Seluvis. This is not a secret. Visor, what's up? Glad to see you here, man, and I hope you're having a great day. Before we go and continue doing whatever it was I was gonna do, because here's the thing, I have been horribly scatterbrained with my playthroughs. I would advise anyone playing Elden Ring, don't do multiple playthroughs at once. Just sit down and enjoy one at a time, because it gets a little tricky keeping track of stuff. There were a few stops I wanted to make before I go and actually progress some quest lines. And I think I want to start here. I know I said, given how carrying Greatsword performs, the Ash, not the actual spell, that I don't really want to use Carrying Grandeur as my Ash. And while that remains to be true, let's just say I have a use in mind for it after all. And I would like that in my pocket. So we get to explore this beautiful place once again in gripping, like, 12 frames a second. I don't know why that's happening. Well, that's not entirely true. I have an idea why that's happening. But it'll be done soon enough. Maybe. I don't know. Thankfully, Visor, we're not dealing with the hands today. We are going nice and clear above all the hands. Nope. Nope. Oh boy, I did something weird there. I wanted to do a sprint attack, but I started turning around, and I think things got a little weird. Okay. as I was saying, Visor, it's funny because my other playthrough, my pure strength playthrough, I'm kind of going through it like eerily at the same pace as I'm going through this one. And like last night or the night before, I went through this place on my solo playthrough, and the hands, they're not fun. They're really, really not fun. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm stating a fact. They're not fun. Whoever designed the hands as an enemy needs to lose their job. But I do believe I just gotta scale around this wall a little bit. Oh, never mind. That's alright. I have ways of dealing with your kind. Okay, maybe I don't have ways. Fire, please! I got that and I never looked at it. Because here's the thing, this section of the wall, I never came up here on my first playthrough of the game. This game, exploring in this game is funny because it really boils down to, oh, there's this way to go, there's that way to go. There's things in any direction. But if there's clear directions to go, you gotta remember to check them. And I just forgot to check this end of the rooftop. Also, excuse me. I'm sitting here holding my bowl of oatmeal, debating whether to actually take a bite or not, because I really would rather not eat on stream. I could mute the mic, but like... I am gonna mute the mic. Give me 2 seconds. Okay. This weapon is made of extremely thin, flexible blades of metal. So it's a blade, but it's a whip. Wait, what? I mean, cool. I was hoping for a little bit more than just the whip moveset. Yeah, it's neat though, but I'm not gonna use it. Here we go. Hello there. Nope! I was hoping I would do more damage. I don't know what I thought. That works, I suppose. If you hit the hands back, they get easily stunned. I don't know if you mean the actual hands or the abductor versions. The abductor versions, I've noticed like that orange light that shows up when you stagger an enemy. I've seen it happen along the chains of the weapon, and I was thinking maybe it's just like... Oh, darn it. I think I'm going the wrong way. I am going the wrong way. I want to go up here. I've noticed something that looks a lot like that light. I kind of convinced myself maybe it's just like a little effect of the chains, like, how do I put it? Brushing against the mechanism, if that makes sense. But you saying that kind of confirms that maybe it is actually something special. But that being said, I don't know how to do that. That sounds easier said than done. The camera might have almost killed me there. Oh, of course that one would get stuck. I actually learned Ice Stone Crag, or whatever it's called. So I should okay, first of all, let's not die. How about that? Is that young Sif? No, but there is something that definitely would make me say yes to your question. Well, it's not young Sif. You've probably seen it. We'll call it a boss that fights very similarly to Sif. I was gonna do something. Oh, right. I'll wait until I get to the next grace to replace the spell, and by that I mean I'll forget by the time I get to the next grace and proceed to keep using the wrong spell for the rest of the stream. Ooh, that was pretty clean. Clean for us, not for the wolf. No. Did I? I guess I skipped that troll when I first came through here. Oh, come on. I can't believe that actually happened. You know, they can't see me from here. Let me just actually sprint. Now, I don't need to kill the troll, but I certainly want to. Why? Because this is a FromSoft game. If there's a big enemy, you gotta kill it. Plain and simple. Rules of nature. Yep. Someone knows we're here. I rolled. Don't pretend I didn't. Okay, nope, nope. Reassess. Ah, I should have done the thing! I'm panicking a little bit. Nope! No! Do it! There we go. What? Up! Up! All good. Oh, I guess I did kill it. I guess it does actually just straight up respawn. Oh well. We'll call that a warm-up. I don't need to go this way. And also, I'm realizing I could have made this a lot quicker if I just went to the Loretta Grace and came backwards. Guys, you gotta realize something. Somehow I've managed to have very clear and concise plans for my streams, for like the past 3 or 4 streams. That is not the case here. I think we're back to Elden Ring. Just poke around the darkness and see what horrors await around the corner. Fun. Just like the Last Giant, kinda. It's pretty similar, but they're a little bit more limber in this game. Well, maybe limber's not the best word. I think Last Giant attacks a little bit faster. But the trolls in this game have interesting animations that make you have to think a bit more. That is also probably because Last Giant was the first boss of Dark Souls 2. And is probably designed to be a simpler fight, so the animations are probably meant to be a bit more reflexive to deal with. That's kind of never the case in this game. They really want you to pause and look at enemies and actually react to them, not just have reflexes. Oh, you little... How dare you? I'm 80% sure we're going the right way. Yep, right there. That item's what I want. It's funny, I say that. I'm not sure the encoding for my stream will let you guys see that item that I just looked at. But it's there. Ooh, I wanted to attack. I didn't have any more... not FP, stamina. And that's not a surprising fact in itself. I'm glad I could catch it and respond in time. I don't know how I ducked under that attack a little bit. Oops. I know that's there. Alright, there's not really anything this way. When they die, they fart red. I don't know that I'd call it a fart. Visor, they're actually jars made of people. They're sentient jars that gather the remains of brave warriors. They just stuff themselves with it and hope that they'll be warriors all the same. It is a very Souls-like concept. That is not farts. That is just straight up messy blood and gore happening. Carrion Grandeur. Nice. Now, I haven't actually tried it as an Ash. And I think I'm gonna. At least for a while. What I don't like more than anything is the cost. If it had scaling cost based on the stage of move that you're using. And I'm glad I went through this menu because now I remembered I have to put this thing. But, if it used less FP for the earlier stages, I'd be a lot more on board with this move. But no, if you just fart out the first stage, it costs like 20-something FP. That's kind of boring. Danny, hey! I don't know what it is with me making that shrill noise every time someone comes through the stream, but I really am happy when people come through. Glad to see you, Danny. And I'm glad I could share a little bit of lore. Not to say that's a detail I missed when I'm playing through the first time, but it's cool playing through the game a second time and really getting to appreciate lore aspects like that a bit more. Catching other stuff. Like, for example, I did not know, going through the game my first time, that the Black Knives are all female. I somehow just missed good old Rajir saying that. And thank you, Sojourner, for reminding me of Ice Crag for a third time, because I almost forgot again. But yeah, I feel like I definitely want more Battle Mage close range stuff with my spells, but I definitely want a ranged option. Just a simple, good, works without a fuss range option. And from what I've seen in the game, I think Ice Crag might be the best bet for me. At least simply because I staunchly refuse to stick with Pebble because it deserves it. It's just, I don't know. I feel like we as a society could do a better thing than just using the default spell for everything ever. I should probably start here and go backwards. That's a better idea. It's a pretty short one. That's an important point. If it's as short as the Ash Pebble, that's bad. But that'll work for me. I don't need to snipe things. I have Great Bow for that. I just need something that I can throw out of reach of enemies. Visor, do I think Alexander's just like Siegmeyer? It's actually interesting that you mentioned that because definitely... I might catch some flack for saying this, but a lot of NPCs have counterparts to Dark Souls NPCs. Not all of them, but a lot of them do feel like, hey, let's take this character but put him back in this game. In fact, a lot of the lore, it feels like Dark Souls with a different skin. It's still interesting. It still definitely has its own aspects to make it interesting to explore, but there's that. And now that you mention it, Alexander is probably very similar to Siegmeyer. And by extension, Siegward. But without giving any spoilers, because I completed his... Well, I almost completed his questline in my first playthrough. The rest of the questline just wasn't in there yet. But I did everything you could do in the release version of the game. And while they act very similarly, the quest lines are rather different. Sojourner, you got a couple comments I want to respond to, but let me make it to the nice, gentle safety of a grace first. And maybe level... No, my level ups are like 30,000 right now. Yep. I know this so readily because I, whatchamacallit? I've been playing through this stuff on my solo character. My solo character is like 90-something right now, but it felt like just yesterday it was right at this level. Visor, now that you mention it, I mean, Alexander's a jar at the end of the day, but yeah, if you put a Zweihander in his hands, I think a lot of people would be like, oh look, it's Siegmeyer. And to be honest, Alexander with a sword would be quite a sight. I would pay to see that. FromSoft, I would pay to see that. I would pay to see that. Do you understand me? Give DLC, please. Thanks. Okay, let's see. Ice Crag, long range poke. I don't necessarily need a long range poke. If it's long range, I just want efficient damage. And Great Bow is kind of that's kind of debatable. Great Bow definitely has like the longest range of any spell. So for that reason alone, I'll probably keep it in my kit. And like if that's what I'm keeping it for, it's my long range poke. But that's my true long range option. Anything else is stuff that I would probably use in the heat of combat. So even if Ice Crag is still like in the reach of enemies, I'm a fanciful, fantastic fencing fartist, whatever it's called. I'll just dance around it. I'll deal with it. I'll make that sacrifice for a more powerful mid-range option. And now your other comment. Dark Souls has a lot of tropes, especially with how surface level a lot of it is, and From has been keeping a few themes throughout their games, such as the tree disease thing. Yes, but your comment kind of, how do I put it? Not that you said anything wrong, but it kind of excuses it. I want to just cast the most gentle, subtle bit of shade in the direction of that fact. It really was bordering disappointment to figure out that a lot of the stuff is just, oh, it's Dark Souls again, but different. But don't get me wrong, Elden Ring lore and story is still, it stands on its own well enough. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is the study hall, right? Yep. I think my staff, my potential endgame staff is here. So, I get to deal with something rather loathsome right now. Well, it was loathsome on my other build. Now that I have the incredible power of magic on my side, things might be a bit more interesting. But before we get into that, give me 10 seconds to put a bit more of this oatmeal away inside of me. 1 sec. Alright. Instead of 1 second, it was a rather small bowl, so I just finished it. I just kind of threw my breakfast down the hatch. I have been told, and I have observed, that I didn't even rush that much, but I have been told I am a very fast eater, to a fault. And I'll just leave that as a talking point that I won't touch into. Carrion retaliation actually sounds like a wonderful idea, but I don't think... I don't have it, but I need it. Anyways, so good call. Let's get a little fancy on this guy. Also, in continuing the theme of hating Seluvis, I hate how there isn't just a, I'm ignoring that scarab. I know it's a blue one. I've seen it like 12 times in the past week. And been distracted every time, but not today. Anyways, in my ever-mounting hatred for Seluvis, first of all, his questline is, like, buggy. Not that you can necessarily miss things, just that if you do miss things, it's weird and obtuse to get things to work. And second of all, why didn't they just put a grace here? Please.
For another lesson so soon? There remains much to be done. Make it quick.
A shocking number of people think Miriam is Seluvis. Never. Absolutely not. I can't believe anyone would even insinuate that the best NPC in the game is also somehow the worst. Perish the thought, genuinely.
Begging for the remain.
I don't think I'm actually going to use Freezing Mist yet, but just because I know for a fact that I need to buy it anyways, and maybe I'll use it later for something. I'll go ahead and keep that in my pocket. Oh, well that, Sojourner, I'm not going to comment on that. Miriam. Not Muriel. I forget Miriam then. Let me look him, her, them. Oh, that's the person we're about to dunk on. I see. Well, they look very similar, so thinking they're the same person is one thing, but I'm gonna pretend they're the same person and derive some great pleasure in thinking that I have ended Seluvis a little earlier than I intend to. I'm gonna go ahead and change Star Shower. Also, just to be 100% sure, I have pulled out this the Ash and tried it in my other playthrough because that's where I found it first. Yep. If they gave each stage scaling costs, I'd be on board, but as long as that initial little poke still costs 20-something FP, this spell, not spell, this Ash kinda is poo-poo. But I'll give it a try. That's the wrong retaliate. You mentioned the guy off the cliff. I am aware of that person, but I've never met them. I just never found them in any of my playthroughs. But now's a good time to do it, I guess. So let's go take a look. I only know there's a cliff somewhere like off the side of this whole little, we'll call it a plateau. There's a guy somewhere on it, but I otherwise have no idea where to look. Sojourner, as we'll find out in due time, gravity isn't real in that place anyways. That elevator's not really doing any work at all. I would have figured it's by Seluvis. I'm dead. Oops. That wasn't even that funny. I just think the timing of it. Not even the timing. Just something about the coincidence of it made me laugh. Danny, you're playing Horizon Forbidden West. I have, I've always wanted to play Horizon Zero Dawn. Well, that's Forbidden West. I'm talking about Zero Dawn. I have a PS4, but then the PS4 Pro came out and like a bunch of games were made for PS4 Pro, and I just kind of lost interest in my PS4 entirely. But then it came out on PC, and I just haven't had a chance to get it and play it. Same thing with Death Stranding. I actually did buy Death Stranding expecting to stream it, but I just don't have the time. I'll consider it a good problem to have, but there's a lot of good games to stream. And I'll get to them when I get to them. But I look forward to trying Forbidden West when it comes out for PC in like 3 years. I've heard very good things about it. Speaking of Horizon, you found out that Aloy is voiced by Ashley Birch, same woman that voices Tiny Tina. I'm not surprised. That woman has pretty incredible range. Am I missing something? Why do I get the feeling all these messages are about the person I'm looking for, and yet I don't see anything? Oh, I see. Oh, this thing isn't useless after all. It wants us to go here. Okay. Sure. Oh, wait. Oh, I guess we're in Carrion Manor at this point, so it took us off the horse. I thought I was getting invaded. By an NPC, of course, but still. Now, I don't know if I'm going to the person that I actually want to find, but I don't think I've ever found this spot before, so I'm going to take a look around. I think it's that person. Is there a ladder I can kick down? Because that is an awfully annoying way to go. Alright, whatever.
Oh, you? Sorry, Your Worship. I apologize for any offense given.
No sweat, my dude.
Pidia, servant to the Carrion royal family. I am charged with maintaining these ghastly dolls.
Cool! Give me spells?
Your Worship, allow me to be of use.
Mm-hmm.
Other than the puppets, there are some very fine things up here in this storeroom.
Really?
Why not pick something out before you go? But please, can you offer poor ill-starred Pidia a little something by way of compensation?
Sure, let me just reach in my pocket. Oh, I don't have any... Oh, there's a lot of things. Okay, so this is the ash. Here's the problem. I can't use a shield without being heavyweight. In fact, I don't think I have the stats to use a good shield that I would want to use. Give me a minute, because I have never found this NPC. So, let me take in the where. Oh, there's a larval tear here. Interesting. I could slap it on a small shield, but, like, that's wimpy. And not what I want to do. If I switch my staff for the thing, then I have... Huh. Okay. We'll try that, I suppose. At least for now. Do I have more? Yes, I do. Ah, I didn't need to use that third one. Oh well.
I find it pleased.
I don't want to rely too much on the turtle. Not the turtle. I do want to rely on the turtle charm. I don't want to rely on the Arsenal Charm, because I don't want it in the end of this build. Also, as a test of Carrion Grandeur in particular, okay, normal attack is 187. That's the medium one, it does 5 something. $665. That could probably afford to do a little bit more damage, and also, yeah, I don't feel like dodging. I just want to kill you and leave. That Ash could be better, and I wish it was. Give it a little bit more damage, like 10% more. Give each stage a scaling cost, and voila, it works. But as it stands, I don't think I want to use it. Okay, we have everything we need. Now, out of curiosity, if I were to put my staff on, and mind you, Meteorite is a little bit heavy. You know what? I'll check that when I find this other staff that I'm actually going to stick with. But, just out of curiosity, I can round down if I need to. I don't really need to upgrade the shield. The gain in guard boost is not... From beginning to end, yeah, it's a chunk, but I don't think it's worth using upgrade mats and runes right now to get, like, what? Like 2 points of guard boost? To go from 49 to 51 is not a major difference. What was I gonna check? Right, weight load. 43.5 divided by 0.7, 62. That's a chunk. If I level endurance to 25, which a lot of people consider like the soft cap, the early soft cap for endurance, I could probably very easily wield this stuff without Arsenal. But for now, it is what it is. It upgrades retaliation. I mean, can't I just cast it? I get that smacking it back with the shield feels cool, but... I don't think I slammed my desk, I think I literally just tapped my foot against the side. But yes, I am aware of that. I didn't intend to do that. Sorry, Turner. And sorry, everyone else. Can't afford a shock mount. I'm poor. Amateur streamer. Welcome to the struggle, everyone. Alright, well, if that's the case, then I'll just stick with the staff. I'll just use a spell one. I'm not used to this. Come on, Doobie. I think I see your point about the upgraded spell. Alright, I do kind of want to incorporate the shield into my build at some point, even though I'm taking my sweet time with it. So, we'll beat a temporary retreat. Go upgrade the shield some. Here's the annoying thing, though. That's gonna take mats, and I don't think I really have mats lined up. And I'm not sure that's a detour I feel like making right now. Well, I want to use the shield anyway, so I should upgrade it at some point anyways. But, let's see.
Well, I took you've no matter. Lay out your own.
Alright, I have enough smithing stone 1. I have enough 2. Why do I have exactly enough? What? Oh, I remember. I was saving that for the staff that I'm trying to get right now. Oh well, I already used some.
That no matter.
We'll just pretend that didn't happen.
Back over no matter.
Oh, I can upgrade this. Actually, can't I buy smithing stone 4? Oh, I might be confused with my other playthrough. Yeah. Where exactly is it again? I think it's in here somewhere.
That no matter.
Alright, well. For now, I'm gonna dump into the shield. And that's about all I've got. You had me go through one spot to get the first bell, Sojourner. I still gotta go get the second bell. And, I mean, it's more of a detour than I wanted to take, but it's something I want anyways, so... Second bell, here we come. Now, I don't mind the detours that we're going through at this particular point in the stream, but all things considered, I'm streaming twice today as a little bit of an experiment. And this stream, I don't know, maybe 3 hours or so, and then I'll take a break before streaming again at the night. That being said, I was hoping to have been able to make Seluvis very dead by the end of the stream. These detours might impede that, but you know what? If it takes more time, it takes more time. As long as Seluvis lies 6 feet under at the end of the day, I think I'll be satisfied with that. Poke. That being said, depending on how well I play, I think maybe getting his questline done enough might be possible today. But we'll see. Now, I know you don't have to go very far to find the bell here, but just because I found this location, I will probably try and clear it anyways. Alright, we got a two-hand stuff here. Up, do it! There we go. I actually think, only because it actually gives the smithing stones that I need for later at some point. Because I was thinking, there's the bell. We already got it, but I think I am going to try and clear out the rest of this place. In large part because why not? Sojourner, you are speaking about Grand Blue Fantasy, I presume. And I mean, I don't presume I'm sure of it, but just for other people who are not in the know. I equipped it. I'm just trying to remember exactly how. I could find it if I stop and go open it up, which I guess I will. Although I want to say wherever you can change the skin for Paladin, wherever the button to change the skin is, there's another button there that lets you change the shield. If I'm not mistaken. If you hear beeps and boops, that's Grand Blue. I guess I'm lucky. Yep. Well, no. When you're looking in the party slot, the party menu, just where you change your characters, there's a button on the left of the character portrait that says shield. I didn't have to do all that. Well, I wanted to. I'm trying to remember which way is which. I think this way is a dead end, although there are some enemies here who want to kill me. And of course some nice loot at the end of a dead end, because FromSoft knows how to encourage players to explore every nook and cranny of a location. Now... And now, because I played here on my own, I know this. That's actually the way forward, and we want to drop down here and take care of this first. Not sure what that wall did to you, buddy, but I hope you got your revenge. If not, you'll settle it in the afterlife. Let me go ahead and grab some items before I surely die, because, I mean, that's just the way I do things. That didn't work nearly as well as I'd hoped. I don't have Bloodhound Step, this is not going well! Oops. I did not expect to get caught on whatever box stopped me from rolling. Also, I like how a box would stop me from rolling to my right, and yet there I was looking at my left to find the culprit. Oh boy. Did that? No. I thought that dropped an item. I'm trying to wonder if I can just drop straight down and deal with the Virgin. Well, I gotta jump up anyways if I do clear out the Virgin, so I guess I'll just work my way from the top down. In this room coming up here, because there's a lot of enemies waiting at the top, and I think if you drop straight down, they all like jump down and gank you. And I won't give them the chance. Okay, well, about that. Let me go through! No, 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 no. I actually forgot I have this move now. Oops. Stamina, please! Okay, there we go. That looks like everything down here. Wait, climb! Also, what is my mind currently at? 26 for 136 FP. Okay. Honestly, I like that it encourages me to use magic more, so I'm not going to say leveling my mind as high as I did was a waste, but I was leveling it to have enough for the Dung Eater puppet that I worked so hard for. And I have enough already. But I think I might level mine a bit more. Well, nah. Probably not now. I have other stats that I need. Like, for example, endurance, so that I can use a shield that I'm working to upgrade right now. The shield that I can't use normally because my weight load is too high. Well, that sentence didn't quite sound right, but you all know what I mean. Move! I actually, you guys can't see it, but I actually, like, punched over for that one. I really needed my body to move. You gotta get up earlier than that to fool me. I was about to say Grand Blue. Elden Ring. I forget what boss is here. I want to say maybe Crystarians, but I feel like that's not quite correct. Never mind. I saw that coming, I don't know. I don't want to dodge, I guess. Nope, no, go to the front! GG no Ri. I do think I have a level up now. I do! Up. Tempting as it is to level up, I think I should go buy the rest of Seluvis' stock, unless... You know what? I'll level up. I don't think progressing the questline a bit more is going to do much for me anyways. What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? I know I said 25 endurance isn't a bad idea, but I somehow loathe the thought of 10 more levels being spent without more HP or without more damage. But, well, ooh, it's a tough call. You see, I do want to use the shield at some point because a shield with a thrusting sword is just a cool thing because you have the little poke. Even though it sounds cheesy, it's something you don't get to do with a lot of weapons, so it's something I want to make use of. But at the same time, I don't want to rely too much on a shield to begin with, so... You know, I have the tools. I have comfortable casting. And I mean, I am ultimately a mage, so I should accept that I'm going to be a little bit squishier. If not for the equip load to use my shield, I do notice I run out of stamina. I run out of stamina a lot when I try to pursue enemies in windows. So if only for that alone, more points in endurance isn't a bad idea. But we'll go ahead and fool ourselves that's the case. Level it 10 more times and, well, 9 more times. And then, oh look, I can use a shield now. I'm also in the wrong spot. I need to upgrade that shield more. I don't mind terribly much about losing out on the upgrade materials for the staff. If anything, that's something that I can do between my 2 streams today. Because I don't want to grind for levels in Elden Ring, but grinding for shop stuff, A-okay. I don't want to deal with that. What am I doing? Oh, I'm checking my inventory, which is dumb because it's already there, I think? Yeah, it is. Okay. Nope, I meant to use 2. I don't think that 200 is gonna do very much, but it's the thought that counts. And now I don't have enough runes to actually do the enhancements, I'm sure. Isn't that something? Well, I think the carrying shield was somehow quite cheap to upgrade, so I could be wrong.
No matter, it's lay out your arms.
Yeah, no, I need more money. Okay, but the point of getting this all ready for right now is so that we can slap this guy as hard as we can with the counters. So we're gonna put a small stop on that, especially because that's a detour. I don't need that staff now. And I'm not gonna get that staff now that I wasted my materials. Let us redirect. We took care of Verdun, so the way to Nokron should be open. And there's also something else I missed in this area, so go ahead and start chucking some stones at birds and hope we get some collateral damage. I also probably should be paying the faintest bit more attention to my surroundings because I need Starlight Shards to buy Dung Eater when I have the opportunity to, and I certainly don't have enough.
Yes. Now, allow me to... I would take great care to avoid Godric's...
Have I seen this dialogue already?
That depraved lot are obsessed with sacrificing tarnished like you for the sake of honestly Godric's...
Yeah, I think I have seen this. Well, I've seen it off stream. I don't know if I caught this on stream, but I feel like I did.
Then he insulted Malena.
We'll pretend I did.
He's the man.
Alright, I have that quest lined up. I could open my map and be sure where I'm going, but I could also be an idiot and say I'm not sure where I'm going, because I'm not. I could also be an even bigger idiot and open the map in the middle of me talking about how I'm not going to open my map. Is the fort okay? Does it still exist? I'm not entirely sure it does after this happens. Never mind, here it is. Also not exactly a required stop, but I should be able to take care of this right quick. So I think I'm a little over-leveled for this spot. Panicking! panicking. This thing is easy. I thought I was doing cool too. Oh well. It happens. Oh, this alone justifies our detour here. I forgot that was there. Whoops. Whoops. Thought I could outspace that. I don't think that's the case. I kind of wanted to try running past all these enemies and killing the guy up here, because I feel like maybe that is the only real trigger for completing this step of this particular quest that I'm stepping off to do. It would have been nice research for the speedrun community, I'm sure, but alas, I'm too stupid to do research. The medallion piece is here too. Ooh. Well, I'm already... I've already gotten a little bit up into Altus, I think. But, still a good point. Thank you for the reminder. You know, it's actually probably easier to find the medallion pieces to get up into Altus than it is to go the way that I went. It's a matter of knowing where they are, and if you're playing for the first time, you're not going to know where they are. But if you do know how to go about it, and you want to get up to Altus in a hurry, you literally... You go here. You... Somehow... How? Well, it depends, because this is like an upper chunk of Caelid, and I forget if it's really possible to get up here without clearing Celia. And I say that apparently having not discovered Celia, but having stepped up here. Yeah, you can get up here through Garank, the sending gate that Dee tells you about. So yeah, you just get poofed up to Garank, ride past all the absolute horrors in the Dragon Barrel, and get to Fort Farith, and there you go. Express ticket up to this place. Now, Fort Height and Fort Farith are easy to get to early and extremely useful early. Here's the thing, Fort Height is real easy to deal with to get the medallion, but Fort Farith is an absolute nightmare in my opinion, if you're not quite adequately prepared. You can run past a lot of the stuff, but like, there's enough enemies in there that if you're trying to run past absolutely everything, you really gotta be careful about it or you're gonna get, destroyed. There's no other word for it. I hate the enemies in that place.
Did you manage to recapture my fort? Oh, excellent news. Just wonderful. And the knight's dead to boot. Well done, my friend.
You go to Farith for the Source Seal? That's also a good point. I forgot that's there.
Right to trust you. Now, here's your reward, as promised. Go ahead. It's all yours.
For the most part, everything there has slow reaction times, but right as you're getting to the end, in the little nooks and crannies of the place, there's a bunch of rats. And those can be troublesome, because they deal a lot of damage. Dragon Barrow in general is a very high-level area in the game. Fort Farith is, however, an interesting thing to have unlocked early because now that you excuse me, now that you mention golden runes, the enemies in Fort Farith, the bats, they like to drop golden rune 7, 6, and 9 if you can manage to kill them. So, although we have just mentioned running past probably a better farming spot anyways, but back when I didn't know what was what, I used that spot to farm up, not levels, but like, well, technically levels. I actually truly did not farm at all playing through Elden Ring for level, well, let me reassess my statement, because I think I'm saying something and not saying what I mean. I did not want to farm, and for the most part I think I didn't. What I did do is, like, if I knew I was going to a boss or a new area and I was like, I don't know, like 10% away from the next level up, I would stop and farm up that level up so I wouldn't have to worry about losing my runes. Otherwise, I did not really farm at all playing through this game. And to that end, I'll say that you level up quite sufficiently without without farming. And this thought is going on very long, and my ability to talk over long distances is not good. I think I said pretty much everything I wanted to say, though, so I'll end it there. Sojourner, you say it's easy to dodge the rats, and I mean, to you and me who've played through Souls stuff, yeah, but anyone new to the Souls franchise, well, this isn't the Souls franchise. It's very similar, but it's not. It's something new. But anyone new to FromSoft games, I think would have a bit more difficulty pulling that off. Sojourner, I'm kind of the same, I think, on new characters. Not on this playthrough, but on new characters I've definitely farmed a little bit more, especially knowing that one spot with the militiamen that you can get to real early. Now, excuse me, I have not been to this... I actually haven't been to Nokron at all in, like, probably, like, 60 hours of playtime, because... that's just the way it goes. So, I need to be careful. I'm not sure what exactly is around which corner. And it might make me dead. What do you mean I can't? Let me. A little bit funky, but okay, I'll take it. And by a little bit funky, I mean I have absolutely no idea how those things all missed me, but okay. Sojourner, mind you, I say what I say about Fort Farith because I tried clearing it out organically. Like, not even particularly underleveled, I just tried killing all the enemies there, and it was rough for one reason or another. And I eventually decided to run past it, and I still had the slightest bit of difficulty doing that. I could have been tilted because I was dying a lot in that spot. I straight up gained and lost like 100,000 runes trying to get through there. But, I did have at least some difficulty just running through and grabbing everything, so I feel obligated to at least warn people of that. Now, am I good at games? Not too much. But, still. Now, I gotta be careful here because I know... Yep, there's some enemies who have ranged options here. Ew, why are they fast? I don't remember them being that fast. Oh, come on. Sojourner! I'm not kidding! I know for a fact I at least at one point had 50,000 runes on me and I lost it in there. And then at another time, I feel like I had 30,000 and then 20,000 one more time. I'm not kidding when I say I lost like 100,000 runes in there. I spent a lot of time trying to actually clear that area out. Now that I know how enemies fight and I know how my toolset works a bit better, it would be a bit more of a breeze to get in there, but going through the game my first time, and I feel like I was maybe level 60 or 70 when I got there and tried to do that. But yeah, it's the truth. So hopefully you understand why I have to at least caution people slightly about Fort Ferris. Oh, come on, don't stab up! I need you to go forward! Whatever, I'll take the trade. Sojourner, I don't blame you for your reaction. Well, not too much. I do think, at least in the beginning, the other enemies, if you know how enemies aggro in the game, it's not hard to deal with most of the rest of the spot, but that cluster of bats in the beginning is gnarly if you're not exceedingly careful and cautious. And I'm not exceedingly careful and cautious, so that's maybe where my difficulty arose. Also, let me take a moment to say I don't think I've explored Siofra very much in this playthrough yet, but the underground eternal cities are stunning, beautiful, incredible regions. I love exploring them. Well, Sojourner, you had your fancy pants magic in that playthrough, in your first playthrough. I think at that point in my playthrough, I was still basically a pure strength character that didn't know how to actually play a pure strength character. So, odds were a little bit against me. I didn't mean to press that button, but like, okay, I guess that one guy really had to die. Open up. I'm coming through. Now, it helps that I really don't remember everything that's here. So I can't... Oh, that's a thing. That is, for anyone not in the know, that is a very strong spirit summon. Am I going to use it? No, but... a fun fact, I guess. Excuse me. There was little bits of oatmeal. That sounds kind of gross now that I say it, but oh well. Not smooth oatmeal, but little uncooked chunks because it was the instant oatmeal. It's like a little piece of oatmeal dust, I guess. Now, this is actually going to be very interesting. I know it's a bit of a meme that if you stomp the mimic... Well, I didn't mean to say the boss name, but... if you beat this boss coming up real easily, it's because your build sucks. And... I don't know how to follow that up, but I would like an interesting fight, is how I'll put it. And I will go ahead and take a little swig of blueberries. Get some Baja Blast in my system before things get wild. Oh, it's this enemy. Sojourner, that is exactly what I'm bearing in mind, and why I'm saying that I hope I get an interesting fight. I would like to see what I could be, if I had a brain. Oops. Nope, wrong spell. Oops! No, I'm dead! No, I'm not! No! I wanted to be cheeky! That was actually quite a bit more fun than I expected it to be. Well fought, me. Oh, of course, this nonsense. So, okay, there is a sort of bug. Normally, you're supposed to be able to switch what you want to interact with, but if someone leaves a message right where there is a grace, then you can't do that. And people can stop you from activating graces entirely. Now, the workaround to this is just loading up an offline, activate the grace, and move on. But I just want to say, if you do this, you need better hobbies. Retaliation would have been a good way to end it, but I didn't want to bait it out too long. I could probably do Great Bow real easily, but if it was any of the other spells, that would have been a bit hard for me. I don't know why my brain just stopped working there. I actually don't know why. But I still tried to be flashy, fanciful, farting, fantastic blue man. Give me a sec, I have a message I need to respond to. And while I'm taking a short little break, get some water since my brain might be a bit starved a bit. How long have we been here? We've been here an hour and a half. I'm trying to think if it's possible to maybe... Huh. Alright, well, I'm here. I know what I need to do here. Might not be what I really need to do here right now, but it's something I gotta do eventually, so... Also, something to keep in mind about my comments about not needing to farm in this game. Definitely. When I first came through this game, I made it a point. Areas like that, stretches of open area with enemies, common sense says you can just ride past them if you have no business with them, but... Excuse me. I would try and kill them all. At least once before I would decide to start running past them. And you can imagine that happens a lot in the game, so... I may not have farmed, but... did I maybe kill more enemies than the average Joe? Probably. You gotta be careful around here, Doobie. The camera is thirsting for blood. These corners are always dangerous. I agree that Flask Return is really cool, but I kind of get why it happens. Why it doesn't happen in Legacy Dungeons, I should say. Oh! Turn off auto wall recovery. I am like 70% sure I already have it off. Camera auto wall recovery off. So I've learned to anticipate it and deal with it since Dark Souls 3, so no biggie, but yes, I have died in Elden Ring because of it at least once or twice. Hell, I think that happens a couple times in Dark Souls 1. I feel like one time that I lost what felt like a lot of souls in that game and motivated me to learn cheat engines so I could give myself back the souls. I feel like it was due to that camera bug. I forget though. Also, briefly on the flask recovery mechanic, it doesn't happen, like, as much as you would want it to. Plain and simple. Or rather, you have to kill, like, everything in the discernible nearby area. And usually that is quite a bit of enemies, and if, like, even one of them slinks off to the side, you don't get the flasks back, and it's a little bit annoying. I'm glad it's there at all, don't get me wrong, but I've never felt like I could really rely on it, you know? Oh boy. That's the other thing, Sojourner. The inconsistency both in the amount of enemies you have to beat and also the amount of flasks you get for beating them. It's just weird. Okay, so, surprise for anyone who hasn't played through this game. Mimic Tear. You summon it, it's you! It literally takes your form and uses your moveset and stuff. And specifically, it likes to have infinite FP while using your moveset. So, I think I have said this many times before. It is definitely probably the coolest spirit summon in the game, but at the same time, it's the coolest spirit summon, it's the strongest spirit summon, but it's a little too much of both, is the long and short of it. And I am going to try and make it a point not to use the Mimic in this playthrough, which is why I went to such painstaking efforts to recruit good old cousin Dung Eater from his comfy chair down in the sewers. Yeah, I should have moved a little bit sooner. Oops. Oops! Big oops! I hate the ball. It just, like, you can't tell when it's attacking, you can't tell when it's moving. Oh boy. I have felled actual bosses in one try, and this thing is just obnoxious. Alright, back to what I said earlier about enemies. I have killed everything here once, so now I don't feel bad just running past everyone. Also, there's supposed to be 2 mimic tiers here. Why was there only one before? Did one of them fall off the ledge? Alright, so... Am I adjusting my game plan? No, not at all. Is what a fool would say. And I mean, I just said it, so I guess, yeah, it checks out. No, you don't. I knew that wasn't gonna get through. Why? What? There we go. You know, I honestly forgot this this grace was here at all. I have used this to recover on my way going through this area, and I think I have literally never been back to this particular grace. Oh, he had the same idea. Great minds think alike. Well fought, Pilot Splooge. I meant to bow. What? I got it. I might as well use it. Eh, but I'm not gonna recover my stuff here. Why? I don't know. Whimsy. Although I know I get ambushed here, so not gonna mess around on this one. Do I get ambushed? I could have sworn something spawned here, or maybe I just ran past all the stuff and then they turned into people when I turned around. I don't know. I forget entirely where that sends you to. And here we are. Something of a big deal. Alright, I guess we'll just go this way. Excuse me. Wrong time to take a drink of my water. Because I was going to say... Oh! We're back here. Is that an interesting statement? No, but... shut up. Now, there's certainly more that interests us in this area, but... A... I don't think I'm quite equipped to handle it. B... some other thing. I need these wolves dead. Right now. Right now. Alright. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Whoops. I dodged that. Don't pretend I didn't. Oh, the wombo combo, no! I thought I was looking cool for a second there. Oh well. Once more with vigor. Not literally with vigor. I can't level up, but, oh... I forgot that's what happens here. I only remember that there's some item in this direction. I don't know if it's anything actually valuable. But otherwise, once we're done there, I think we're done with Knockground for now. Definitely more that I want to find eventually, but for now. Ooh. Ice Crack has got some tracking. Oops, out of stamina, I think. I forget. Before I get the comment, I know I can retaliate that. Well, I can do the spell, but the spell is kind of poo-poo. Oops. Not the time for that. Not the time for a lot of things. That could have been bad. Ow! Why am I having so much trouble with this? I'm out of healing! Wow! Why? Bro, leave me alone! Goodness! These wolves are apparent. Oh, look at these two little beetles! I never seen that. I never saw the two of these just hanging out and having a good time. Aw, let me put an end to their happiness. This world doesn't have any happiness. But yeah, Sojourner, I watched that video that you sent me. Apparently, back in also this little shoreline, I never came here in my other playthrough. You might hear my dog behind me crying. I think he wants to go out, and I might. So, I could take a brief break and then continue the stream, but I'm wondering if maybe we're reaching a good point to stop the stream. I'll have to think about it. But, yes. Apparently in Dark Souls 3, there appears to be cut content. The Covenant leader for the Wolves of Farron, or whatever that Covenant was called, that dog just sleeping that you interact with, it has a moveset, and it very, very strongly resembles the animations for what ended up as the Wolf of Radagon in this game. Did I accidentally glitch my camera? Never mind. Also, as an aside, let me take a moment to say the animation work for Elden Ring, the improved weapon animations, I don't think we hear enough praise for that, because at least for me personally, those breathe an incredible deal of new life into the game, even though the gameplay is as simple as wait for opening, poke enemy, figuratively or literally in my case. But the level of quality with the animations in Elden Ring compared to even Dark Souls 3, it makes it feel a lot more visceral than I think it might feel otherwise. And I am a fan. Not only that, but adding the slow ascending damage to combos, great idea. Would be nice to maybe build a bit more upon it, but well and truly, as it stands, great idea. That's an interesting item, but I have literally never used it. Let's go ahead and change that. I want to see what it does. Depending... Actually, how much FP did that use? 27. Depending on how much damage that does, that might be an interesting thing to keep somewhere in my moveset. I can... Here. We'll see how that works in the future. It sure works pretty well when it's used against us, but we'll see how well it works against other people. Okay. Tell you what. I am going to throw up the sign. The BRB sign. I would like to at least get this tower done within this stream, so that I can get the staff in, like, between this stream and the other one later tonight. I could maybe grind up and get the upgrade mess for it, so that I can start using a better staff. But we'll take care of that later. I want to take my dog out now. I will be back in a bit. Okay. Alrighty. Very good. Very well. Noun, verb, adjective. Adjective, conjunction. Bart, hello, I'm back. I am back, and while I was taking my dog out and watching him drop little turds, I was thinking to myself, I did want to upgrade my shield a bit more, and I did go and get some runes. So let's go do that. Not only that, though, I am going to try and adopt a somewhat interesting playstyle here for a second. But in due time.
Well, I took you no matter, it's all out your own.
Okay, I wanted to upgrade the shield first, though. Now, 5s. I have a lot of 5s. I can actually afford to upgrade this once. But I'll save that for my staff. I, meanwhile, do think I should upgrade this a little bit, so let's go ahead and wrestle up some stuff. I actually think that ought to be enough. Oh, okay, that's quite a bit more than enough. Four, I have none, so... if that costs 10,000, then... I guess it wasn't a waste to use all that at once.
Back over no matter.
Excellent. My pee-pee grows greater every single passing day. Can I upgrade? Well, I don't have Dung Eater yet, so whatever. I don't even feel like upgrading the jellyfish. My own playthrough has shown me that it's easier for me to just... Not easier, per se, but I can very much just handle... not using the jellyfish if I don't need to. Okay, tower, right. Oh boy, I started dropping some frames for a second there, which is odd because I know I wasn't dropping frames before I left for my break. So I don't know if maybe the last, like, minute or 5 of video has been choppy and poopy. I apologize if that's the case. I do think my dad's trying to do some work right now, so I wouldn't be surprised if the bandwidth is a little bit strained. Which is all the more reason for me to wrap this up soon, but I do want to take care of this before I do that. To that end, though... we're gonna see how well I fight in a true magic fight. I have enough mind, I don't need more than that. Oh, that's right. I can't block with this if I have this in my right hand. That's something. Nope! Nope! I'm messing it up! I'm messing it up! Oh wait! I landed something! What?! I landed something and it did an awful lot of damage. I didn't want to do that. Oh boy, that's a lot of damage. Now, okay. Maybe the detour was worth it. Oh, that's kind of wild. Oh boy. Why is that? Nope. And speaking of, I'm unironically having some fun smacking people with the shield. I have definitely always wanted to do a full shield playthrough, and that... Oh! Well, that's all I needed. Well, I'm still gonna go ahead and finish the tower, because why not? I'm not gonna let Miriam lick his wounds after that. When they buffed shields in 1.03, retaliation became... Well... Good to know, I guess. You're dead. You're done. You actual fool. You never stood a chance. My arms are so small, though. I can't reach anything. It doesn't cost FP on non-magical parries either. That's actually very interesting. That's actually very, very interesting, because it gives me an excuse to keep this in my pocket, not necessarily as a turtling option, but I can keep carrying retaliation on this and either pull it out when enemies are flinging magic at me, or I could pull it out and go for the daring actual parries in melee combat. And I mean, what's a fencer without parries, you know? So, that's actually very good to know. Man, I'm gonna say it. Magic in this game is actually pretty darn cool, and the only thing that's a bit of a shame, and I mean, I get why, but it sucks that there isn't a really stable, reliable FP region. There is that one there is that one talisman that recovers FP when you kill enemies. That's kind of solid, but I don't think it's enough to go pure magic. Sojourner, I'm gonna have someone draw and quarter you for that pun. But, I agree. I heard it was 5 FP per kill, so 3 FP is even worse. I do think I've gotten everything that I'm supposed to get in the tower going this way. And I'm not sure I can go the other way. Five is kind of okay, because like 5 is almost twice as much as 3. It might not sound like much, but that's a lot better. If it's 5, I would actually consider using it, and I would... Well, no, I'm not going to give up the fencing aspect of Fortifical, but the question is if a pure magic playthrough would really be... I know it's viable, but if it would actually be interesting, and my hope is to eliminate... Not necessarily eliminate, because balance-wise that's never going to happen, but to ease up the burden of FP management. Because that's the main thing that stops me from considering that. Even if you have a lot of mind, taking away healing flasks for cerulean ones is a rough trade in my book. Oh, just don't get hit still. It's funny because there's another... I don't want to call them a streamer. They do reaction videos, but they've been streaming Elden Ring lately. I'll go ahead and shout out Reanimated, even though they don't know who I am and they never will. But if you like anime reactions, they're a good channel to watch. And they've been streaming Elden Ring. And they're doing a pure magic playthrough there, and it looks... How do I put it? I don't mean to cast shade, but it looks like someone who hasn't they don't play very many Souls-likes, but they're getting through the game, which just makes me feel like if I could make good use of all the spells that I have here, it could be pretty fun. A bit of a tangent, but whatever. Okay. Sojourner, yeah, like I just said, I've seen someone try it, and I think they literally only carry around 1 healing flask. And then they complain that they're dying too much. And, bless them for trying that playstyle, just, truly, it's an ambitious playstyle to take up for Elden Ring. I just think it could be done a little bit better. Okay. For all intents and purposes, I need 1 Starlight Shard. And then I think I am in a position to end Seluvis' life. Almost. Maybe. It would be nice if I can get that done in the stream, so I am going to go ahead and do that. Question is, where do I find 1 more Starlight Shard? I'll go ahead and check over here, although I feel like I would have found this one. There's only so many that I actually know the locations of by memory. And that's really a case of, like, scouring the whole world top to bottom, and that's not something I really want to take the time to do here. Plain and simple, I'm not interesting enough to fill that void of content of me just wandering around not seeing things. I don't think I'm that interesting with the action happening here to begin with. Alright, so I did pick up that Starlight Shard already. I feel like the two that I actually remember are exactly the two that I found, because I know that I only have two right now. And while it is a little bit cheesy, I do cite the fact that I have already beaten the game. I might have to look up where to find Starlight Shards. Oh, I never opened this up. Why? What? Does that mean I didn't get the Starlight Shards back here? No, they're further this way. Are they? No, it's up this way. Here we go. I did not! I am plainly quite surprised by that. I'm actually going to open this up. I don't mind the free memory slot. Give me a minute. I'm being called by my father. It's a fun thought because my dad yelled a nickname for me, and I don't want my name on stream. Not that it's the worst thing in the world, but if that did pick it up, I'm lucky that the nickname he uses for me is entirely inane and has nothing to do with my actual name. So, in a weird roundabout way, we're good in that front. I have to check the sign first. I'm not gonna make the joke about the dog. I've talked about it plenty. In fact, I feel like I've done it on stream. Well, I probably went to another tower. Not this one, I guess. But that one. That first turtle right there. It doesn't help that there's a bunch of wolves ahead, so if I see a message here pointing to the turtle but saying seek dog ahead, you can imagine why I expected that I needed to find like wolves or something. That being said, I said the thing about needing more memory slots, but I can't think of anything else I really want to take here. Something I've noticed other players doing, and maybe it's a play I should take, is that you don't necessarily need to fill out all your memory slots, especially if it makes your swapping mid-combat a little bit clunky. So, cool. I like having another memory slot as an option, but I have to be careful what I consider actually placing in there. That being said, I have found a couple of... I could try Freezing Mist. It depends how strong it is. That might help a lot for really big bosses that don't move a lot. And like, now that I say those words out loud, I don't think there are very many such bosses. So, I don't know. Anyways, Starlight Shard acquired. Back here. Sojourner, you've tried Mist and you find it to be pointless? That's a shame. A guarantee... Well, I'm a little bit biased because I think in Dark Souls 2, I had... Toxic Mist, and in that game, you would just summon a cloud right on whatever you were targeting, and it was quite strong. It was quite useful to just summon a cloud on something and get a toxin proc, basically for free. But I can tell that it was a little bit too strong, and in Dark Souls 3, they changed it to that kind of spit forward spray thing that that they kept here. And that just makes it feel a lot less useful. Not necessarily less useful, just harder to use. The hope was that Freezing Mist would maybe proc, like, I don't know, like 2 or maybe even 3 frost procs if they stay inside it long enough. Maybe if you're hitting them with a frost weapon at the same time, that's an option, but I don't know.
Begging for another lesson. What's that? You want another puppet? Quite the keen paramour, aren't we? But I'm afraid each and every one is like a child to me.
I'm sure they're very eager to leave you.
Away? Oh dear, what's to be done? Why don't you fetch me some starlight shards? If you can manage it, I'll gladly prepare a new puppet for you. The soul of every puppet has its own ambience. You'll soon come to know once you possess a few. And
I'll get
once
them all
each
eventually.
afflictions
Just,
are known to you, the better you'll be able to love them.
you won't live to see it.
Yes,
I promise you
have
this.
much to look forward to further down this road.
You can't get another frost proc until the last one finishes. Maybe then it would be interesting if you have a fire weapon to instantly reset the frost proc. But that seems like too specialized to build. Not something I want to do here. So
Begging for the remain.
okay. Actually, you know, yeah. I was gonna say, oh, maybe I should go find 2 more Starlight Shards right now. That would involve looking up where they are, and while I feel like I have the right to do that, I'd rather not. What I do know is that upon finishing Rani's questline, you effectively get, like, a buttload of Starlight Shards. And we're working on that anyways, and we're actually rather close. I think I'll get that done later tonight in the next stream. So if it progresses this sooner and lets me bring an end to Seluvis' life faster, I'll buy this first.
You're proving to be quite the puppeteer. I've not had an apprentice for a very long time indeed.
Sojourner, that's also a good point with the with that build that I mentioned.
How's the puppet?
I still think it's an interesting idea, but
thing of exquisite craft.
it's the kind of thing you basically make a whole character for, and that's not what I want to do.
Perhaps you'd be interested in a little scheme of mine,
You get out of my face before I kill you right now, I swear.
which I aspire to cherish with these very hands. A ploy to fool even Lady Rani. How does that sound?
I'm going to kill you and relish in every moment of it. But you have something I
I
want.
knew I had you pegged.
Mmm.
Then I'd like you to procure something. The unique starlight shard that glistens with amber.
Yeah, sure.
With that, my special draft will gleam with nectar sweetness.
Mm-hmm.
And even a demigod would be slave to its charms.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. Your days are numbered, and that number is 0. Oh, I wanted to end the stream and go get some lunch, but no. Oh, Seluvis. I don't like you. I am looking up where to find this thing, and I'm gonna kill you. Nice and simple. There. There. There's what I need. there should be a hole in the ground here somewhere that takes you to a tunnel. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Every tiny flap of my eyelids closing, I see flashes. Visions of great blue streams of starlight rending Seluvis into fine, dusty little threads. And we're so close to it now. You know, I'm actually realizing there might be a pact inside Seluvis' building that doesn't let me kill him. But, that's fine. I know how to make him dead, and I'm in a position to do so either way. But, if the game would afford me the honor, I would so desperately love to do it my way.
Begging for another lesson. That remains. Well. You managed to lay your hands on it. The blessed day is finally upon us.
Indeed it is.
Gracious, the way it glistens. Utterly enchanting. To think this was once a demigod's very fate. My, oh my, oh my.
Give me what I came here for.
Still here? Oh, yes, I should give you your reward. Yeah, please. It's all yours. It's splendid work. It's just marvelous. Now just you with the scheme.
Alright, that's not... I thought that was gonna work differently. Alright, well... It's been real, Seluvis, but... Goodbye. That being said, where did Seluvis go? Actually, you know what? I don't care. To Sojourner's point, let's go pay the other gentleman a visit. Now, I feel a little bad for Pydia, because pity's in his name, but if he sides with Seluvis, then he's made his choice.
A fine day to you, please.
Alright, well, I'm gonna assume you drop a bell, so... Oh no. I can't attack up here. Alright, Pydia, you get to live. For now, at least. That's a rather interesting theory, Sojourner. I suppose we'll find out more in a bit. Here's the thing. Alright? One way or another, I've had my cake. I brought down my blade upon Seluvis' neck. And here's the thing. I need that bell bearing, so... I've had my cake and I'm gonna eat it too, if you don't mind. Oh, it's nighttime. This is actually rather opportune. What do you mean? What? Ouch. This guy in his reach! Oops. So this is dumb because you're supposed to arrive here at nighttime. You can't pass time until night and have it happen. Oh well. I'll get another shot another time, I guess. Is it? No, this is morning. Don't ask me why I died. I proceeded to crap the bed pretty hard. I did say I had my cake, and I'm gonna eat it too. And I know what you're all thinking. Doobie, did you just figuratively bring Seluvis back to life? And I mean, maybe I did. But... truly, what greater sense of punishment is there than to bring someone back just to end them all over again? Seluvis is there. You have any last words? Anything of interest to share with me?
I've been waiting for its finally.
I'm not interested. Actually, no. I want Seluvis to be filled with hope in his final moments. Just so that he can learn that my lady has all the power in the world to stop him, leaving him powerless and a waste of time and energy. Tell me about your plan.
Good. I've been waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's finally complete. The perfection of my draft, gleaming nectar sweet. Give it to Rani and ensure she drinks it.
Interesting.
Dead-eyed doll lets down her guard in your presence, rather remarkably. Though she might dip her hands in the dirt and feign that icy persona, she's a frail, gentle girl at heart.
I know this to be true, Seluvis. Far better than you could ever hope to. No, that is not what I want to do.
Ah, it was thee, not blithe it seemeth. Even in my slumber I sensed it. It is in thy possession, is it not? The hidden treasure of Nokron.
Quite.
Thanks. Finally all the pieces are in place. Soon must I begin my journey. Upon the dark path only I may tread. Ah, but before I leave, I shall entrust thee with this. My thanks for thy sterling efforts. A strange gift, perhaps. But a rare sort such as thee would welcome it, I'm sure. I am certain now. Fate steered us to our first encounter.
As am I.
Thank Torrent too for his part. You may leave now. It was but brief. But thou gavest me fine service.
Oh, I'm not done yet.
What is it? You may go. I too am to depart on a journey. Upon the dark path, only I may tread.
And now, to go dance upon Seluvis's corpse.
The dead-eyed doll, though she might
You're awfully not dead yet, Seluvis. Hooray! he not dead? Well, he's dead enough to me. For the ring! I wanted to be clear for only the briefest moment. I considered actually spitting on my floor so that you all could get a taste and hearing of how much disdain I hold for Seluvis.
Stop. Please stop. I loved you with all I have. How could you forget such... Ah, ah, ah.
You're not even worth any more of my thoughts, Seluvis. Thank you all for this cheery, uplifting stream that I'm sure you all have enjoyed very much. That's gonna be it for now. The stream went on, well, not too much longer than expected. It's just under 3 hours. That's actually exactly how long I wanted it to be. Anyone who's watching, live or archive, thank you for sharing this momentous moment for me, where finally Seluvis got where he deserved. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did, because let me tell you, I very much did. That being said, have a nice day, whoever you are, wherever you are, whenever you are. If you're hearing me say this, I hope you have a great day. I hope you find a lucky coin. And maybe the value of the coin is not very great, but the luck contained therein will carry you through some harsh times. Testing times, troubling times, but I assure you, you will be stronger at the other side of it. Something Discord server, link in the description, check it out if you want, if not, blah blah. I feel like I need an actual ad for the Discord server hanging around the stream rather than only mentioning it once at the end. So you'll excuse me if maybe I can't put too much energy into this advertisement, but check that out if you want, but if not, cool beans. See you later. I'll be back here in a couple hours. Bye-bye.